Hi everyone, this is Yvonne Davis. I'm an accredited facilitator with Rocky Mountain Compassionate Communication Network, and this is Unleash Your Creativity. It's a blending of The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron and Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. So we are currently in week 6, which is recovering a sense of abundance. And this has definitely been an interesting week for me, and I'm learning a lot. But in this particular video, I want to share with you an interesting art form that I came across recently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see what I'm talking about. So this is a video of it's interesting. It's kind of hard to explain, so you just kind of have to see it for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and click play on this video, and you won't be able to hear it, but you can see. This is Poppy. And she is almost an art form in herself. She's an actress, and she works with a man named Titanic, and they have created an art form. So she's an actress and a singer, and she is also a character named Poppy. And it's very satirical. So it's difficult to explain, but I will add some links to these YouTube videos so you can see for yourself. But the reason why I find this interesting is because of the fact that because of its satire. It's an art form, but it's also satire. So she plays a character. And so, obviously she's a real person, but she's this character, Poppy. And so what I want to explain is that it's not like her name, she has another name, and she plays this character like a role in a TV show or something like that. It's more like she's become the character. Like that's who she is now. But it's also very satirical. So she's playing a character of someone who is, in a sense, almost making fun of our culture. And the other artists involved in this project is named Titanic Sinclair. He is the director and filmmaker, so he directs and films these YouTube videos, and she is acting and singing. And it's a satire of modern culture. Some people have compared them to Andy Warhol. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull back out of the screen, and I will put some links in the description box below so you can check it out if you want. Poppy is an object. Makes me feel a little uncomfortable. Very interesting. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to share that with you, there were multiple reasons. One is simply because it's an art form, and since part of this workshop that we're doing is the artist's way, I wanted to explore this very unique art form. And the reason why it's unique is because it isn't just singing, it isn't just acting, it isn't just directing, it isn't just filmmaking. It isn't just YouTube videos. It's the whole creation of Poppy is a satire on our culture, not necessarily human culture, but our culture in particular. But I also think it's interesting because not only what it says about our culture, but also the fact that it's such a unique art form. I mean, she lives as Poppy. So it's like in our lives, a lot of times we don't think of ourselves as our lives or yeah, as our lives as an art form, but really our lives are an art form. So, you know, most people, they think of art as something separate, like something you do over here, oh, you know, maybe on Sundays, you know, for an hour or something like that, who knows. But really every moment of our lives are an art form. And it's about deciding how you want to create that art form on a moment by moment basis. Everything you do is an art form because you are creating your life. What are you creating? So I want to say one more thing about this, which is that maybe will help illuminate why this is so interesting to me. So as I mentioned in previous videos, I haven't had a full-time permanent job in 9 years since I left my job at CBS. And I've done many different things over the years, which I think has added to a more complex view of life, and that adds to my creativity. And so one of the jobs that I've done, because I sometimes will do temp jobs or things like that, one of the jobs that I did was a 2-month seasonal position working for Target. And when I was doing that, it was a very interesting experience. So I don't know if you would ever want to do that, but I can tell you to work 2 months at Target in November and December is a fascinating experience. You will learn so much. But I just wanted to tell you one little story that I think links back to what Poppy and Titanic Sinclair are doing in their videos as they, you know, they create this satire of our, I would say our American culture. I don't know if it goes outside of American culture, but certainly our culture here in the United States. So while I was working there at Target, one of my jobs was to put things on the shelves. So that's what I would do. You know, every day that I came in, I would spend a certain number of hours just stocking the shelves. So on one particular day when I was stocking shelves in the cosmetics area, it's called Health and Beauty, and it was where they had all the, you know, like body soaps and shower gels and things like that, that whole aisle of body soaps. And as I was putting things on the shelves, there were 2 people standing in that aisle talking to each other. And I kid you not, they spent at least 15 to 20 minutes talking about which soap they should buy. And it didn't have anything to do with, like, for example, if someone had a skin sensitivity, if it was a health or a medical issue or anything like that. It was just they couldn't make up their mind. So their minds. So they spent 15 to 20 minutes just trying to decide which soap to buy. And I wanted to go over there and shake him and say, it's soap, it's body soap. You know, there's a whole world out there of experiences that you can take advantage of, and you are letting your life pass you by because you can't decide which soap to buy. It's soap. It doesn't matter. But of course I didn't do that. But that's seriously what I was thinking. I couldn't believe it. And not only that, but I thought, if it takes them that long just to decide which soap to buy, what happens when there's a really important decision in their lives to make? So you know, I'm just observing. Obviously, there's a little bit of judgment in there, but so be it. So I guess the thing I want to say is, you know, we often take ourselves way too seriously. You know, I mean, so many things in life just are not that important. They're really not. You know, soap is soap. It doesn't matter that much. And then you get to the really meaningful stuff, you know, like I don't watch the news much, but every once in a while I get a glimpse of it and I just think these people take themselves way too seriously. I mean, come on. They, you know, like sometimes I think these people, they would drop a nuclear bomb on planet Earth and wipe out the whole entire human species and take many other species with them because they take themselves too seriously. So getting back to these videos that Poppy and Sinclair have made, I guess what I want to say is, you know, let's not take ourselves so seriously. Life really does not need to be taken so seriously. We don't need to take ourselves so seriously. Have a little fun. Enjoy it. You know, I think that's what abundance is about, is realizing that. I guess it goes back to that idea that I believe we live in a friendly universe. We live in an abundant universe. And we can choose to have a playful attitude toward life. We can feel love and gratitude and trust and have a playful attitude. So I think it's not only a unique art form, but I think it speaks to a lot of things that that we can really stand to hear. It's that it does it in a satirical way. So you kind of have to understand that that's what's going on here. And beyond that, I would say, you know, don't take yourself so seriously. Life can be really, really fun if you just don't take yourself so seriously. Have fun with it. Make your life an art form. Play with it like the artist child would and have fun with it. So that's my message for today. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you'll click on those links and watch a few of those Poppy videos and see what you think of them. And I will leave you for today with that message. So I would appreciate it if you haven't yet subscribed. Please subscribe to this channel. Click like on this video, share on social media and with your friends and family, and ring the bell for notifications and put your comments in the box below. And I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow.